All right, guys, here we go. Let's start getting warmed up. So, we're going to interlock fingers, bring them right beneath the chin, and let's begin by breathing in as deep as you can. Elbows come up as high as you can. And release. Good. All the air out and back in. We're stretching shoulders here. Release. But we're also working the lungs. Back in. Expand the lungs and the chest as much as you can. And release. Accentuate the breath. That'll help make it easier now and then during the practice also. Two more. Make them your deepest ones of this set. Last one. Elbows touch, all the air out, arms down by your side. Good. Take one deep breath. Good. We're going to do that again. Interlocking fingers, bring them beneath your chin. Begin by breathing in as deep as you can. Elbows come up. And release. Second set of everything, you should be a little bit more loose. So the second set especially, try to push it a little further. Get those elbows a little higher. Breathe in as deep as you can. Two more. Make these your deepest breaths of the day. Good. Arms down by your side. Awesome. We're going to start with half moon posture. So I'm going to turn to face the same way as you guys. So start with arms overhead, biceps with ears. On the exhale, you're going to lean to your right. Trying to get as deep as you can. We're trying to stretch obliques here, your left oblique, your left lat, chin up and out. Try to keep biceps tight with ears. Every exhale, just get a little bit further. One more time, as deep as you can. And switch. Meet in the middle, make yourself nice and tall. On the exhale, we're going to lean to our left. Again, chin up and out. Left armpit towards the ceiling. Every exhale, trying to get a little bit further. One more time, as deep as you can get. And switch. Still, again, make yourself nice and tall. On the exhale, first we're going to let head, neck, hang back. And try to bring biceps back towards your ears as much as possible. And just let yourself hang here. Good, and switch. Let's try to keep biceps with ears. Try to keep your back straight and lower yourself down. If you have to use your hands to give yourself stability, that's fine. But if you can, try to keep your biceps with ears as we lower down to our legs. Once you get to your legs, we're going to reach down to grab our heels, and we're going to hold this compression for 2 deep breaths. Good. And then if you can, you want to get a stretch, we're going to straighten your legs out as much as you can here and reach for your toes. Good. However far you are, try to stay there, take a couple breaths, and then try to get a little bit further. You can even use your legs for grip. Good. Now we're going to try to come up the way you went down. So if you kept your biceps with ears, let's try to go biceps with ears again. Back straight. Come up the way you went down. Feet in, arms down by your side. Good. Let's take 1 deep breath. Okay, now we're going second set, so try to get a little further down on these stretches. Arms overhead, biceps with ears. On the exhale, we're going to lean to your right. Chin up and out. Right armpit towards the ceiling. Don't let it fall back. Get as far as you can. Good, and switch. Meet in the middle, make yourself tall. Then on the exhale, upper body falls to the left. Good, and switch. Meet in the middle, make yourself tall out of the chair. On the exhale, let your neck hang back. Then try to bring biceps back with ears. And then try to look back as far as you can. Good, and switch. Keep biceps with ears. Now we're lowering yourself down and straight back as you can. Once you're down, try to get a grip of your heels or wherever you can, as low as you can. And let's take 2 deep breaths. Good. Then if you can and want to, straighten your legs out. Reach down for your toes. Try to get as low as you can. Good. And then we're going to try to come up the way you went down. So if you were on back straight, go biceps with ears, back straight, come up. Once you sit up, arms down by your side. Good. We're going to take 2 deep breaths. Cool. So this is called awkward posture. So we're going to work the shoulders a little bit. Arms straight out in front. We're going to hold here. Then we're going out straight to the side. Get as straight as you can. Back in. Now toes up as high as you can. Arms out as far as you can. Back in. Heels down. Now heels slightly up, not as high as they were before. Knees and quads together. And we're going back out. Back in, legs apart, heels down, arms down by your side. Good. 1 deep breath. Good. Go back into that. So arms straight up to the front. Hold a second. Arms out, feet straight. Back in. Up on your tippy toes, as high as you can. out, back in, heels down. Now heels slightly up, knees and quads together, arms out, back in, legs apart, heels down, arms down by your side. Good job. One deep breath. Okay, eagle posture. So, arms are going to start overhead, and then we're immediately going to bring your right arm underneath the left. So I kind of lean forward to get a little momentum to get them up as high as you can, because then you're trying to interlock fingers. So I still struggle with that, but you're reaching with that as much as you can. That's going to help stretch even more. Pull shoulders down as much as you can to try to get them in a straight line. And then we're going to cross your right leg over. Now, from here, if you can, try to get that foot behind the left leg. If not, just point it that way. Eventually, you'll get there. Try to keep everything straight forward. We're going to lean forward, and we're just holding right here, the stretch and the compression for 2 deep breaths. Uncross the legs. We're going arms overhead and then immediately switching. So now left arm underneath the right. Same thing, trying to interlock fingers. If you're not there yet, you can even grab the thumb and start pulling, but just trying to inch there and get there. Pull the shoulders down so that you can try to get them in a straight line. Left leg over right. Trying to wrap those toes. And then everything in a straight line. Leaning forward, 2 deep breaths. Good, and release. So come back up, legs uncrossed, arms overhead, and then back down by your side. Good. Take 1 big deep breath. Cool. We're going to go through that again. So back to eagle. So arms overhead. Immediately bring your right arm underneath the left. Pulling those shoulders down. Try to get them straight. Right leg over left. Trying to wrap the foot. Everything in a straight line. Leaning forward. 2 deep breaths. Good job. And release. Legs uncrossed. Arms overhead. Then immediately left underneath the right, trying to interlock the fingers, pull those shoulders down to get them in a straight line, left leg over right, trying to wrap the toe, everything straight line, lean forward, 2 deep breaths. Good, and release, legs uncrossed, arms uncrossed. Arms overhead, and then back down by your side. Good job. 1 deep breath. Bring everything back to homeostasis. Good. And then we're going to start with forehead to knee. So, first, what you're going to try to do is we're basically getting our leg out for a stretch. So wherever you're at is fine. So, if you want to start with pulling your leg up, and if this is as much as you can do, that's fine. You're going to work on stretching from here. If you want to go a little further, let's start walking down to our toes. Trying to grab our foot just below the toe. And again, if this is the furthest you can go for the stretch, that's fine. To go further from here, start extending your leg. Trying to get that knee locked and straight. Job. If you're there and want to go further, you can even try to get your elbows to touch your leg. Good job. Yeah, just keep pulling and stretching where you're at. Good, and release. So, let that foot down, let that leg down. Then we're going to go into the left leg. So same thing. Starting gripping where you're at, pulling up, getting that stretch. Eventually trying to get to your toes. Once you're there. What's up, Sue? How are you?
Frozen.
We're warming up with our cold yoga and then extending legs straight. elbow to knee. Good, and release. Nice and controlled, yeah? And then you can do an optional back bend to kind of reverse what we just did. Good, yeah? Take a deep breath. And we're going to do that one more time. So start with that right leg, pulling up, trying to get down to just below your toe. Once you're there, extending out. Wherever you're at, if you're not there, hold where you're at, take a couple deep breaths and try to get a little further. Good, and release. Come back out the way you went in, and then we're going into the left leg. Good, and switch. And then optional back bend to reverse what we just did. Good job. Okay, we're going to go into bow posture. So, bow, the reason it's called bow is you're going to look like you're shooting a bow and arrow, and it's stretching your upper body and your chest and shoulders. So let's start. We're going to bring left foot back. You're going to get a grip as low as you can on that left leg. So even if you're at your knee, that's fine. But from there, try to work down and get as low as you can. You can get as low as your toes. And then pull that left leg up. Good. Now, with the right arm, you're just leaning and reaching forward as much as you can. So that's the first part of the stretch. Getting that shoulder to stretch out as much as you can. And then that back leg, you're actually going to kick into your hands. So that's getting the other pull. So we're pulling opposite directions. Good job. Good, and release. Come out the way you went in. Then we're going to switch. So right leg's going to come back. Get a grip as low as you can on that right leg. Reaching forward with the left. Good. Kick that right foot into that right knee. Good, and release. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Good. We're going to do that one more time. Left leg comes back. Getting a grip as low as you can. Reaching for your toes. Pull that leg up. Reaching out with your right. And kicking that left, if you can, into that left hand. Switch. Left foot comes back in. Right foot out. Getting a grip as low as you can on that right leg. Pulling that leg out. Reaching forward as much as you can. If you're holding that foot, kicking that foot or leg, kicking that into your right hand. Good. And release. Bring feet back in front. Sit nice and tall. Take a big deep breath. Good. And we're going to go into balancing stick. So left leg comes back again like we just did, but now we're going to keep the right leg straight in front. Arms come overhead, interlocking fingers, biceps with ears. We're going to tuck the chin, and you're going to round down as about halfway, so not all the way down to your legs. You're trying to get halfway, and then we're going to hold here for 2 deep breaths. Trying to keep biceps with ears. Good, and switch. We're going to come up. Try to keep your arms up though. Bring your left leg in front. Right leg comes back. Tucking the chin, and we're rounding about halfway down. And then once you get there, 2 deep breaths. Good, and switch. Come out the way you went down. Chin untucks last. Right leg in front. Arms down by your side. Good. Let's take a deep breath. more time. So left leg comes back, right leg straight in front, arms overhead, biceps with ears, interlocking fingers, pointer finger out, tucking the chin, rounding down halfway. 2 deep breaths. Good, and switch. Come out the way you went down. Left leg in front, right leg back. Tucking the chin, rounding down halfway. 2 big breaths. Good, and switch. Come up the way you went down. Right foot in front, arms down by your side. Good job. Take 2 deep breaths. Awesome. So we're going to do separate leg stretching. So let's just get both your legs out as wide as you can. Arms out to the side. And on the exhale, you're leaning forward and just trying to reach as low as you can on your legs. Wherever you're at is fine. We're just trying to get a good stretch in those legs. Let the neck hang down, everything hang down. Every exhale, if you're not all the way down to your feet, every exhale, try to get a little further. Good, and switch. Let's come up the way we went down with arms out. Feet come in, arms down by your side. Good, 1 deep breath. Cool, now we're gonna go through that one more time. So get those legs out wide for a stretch. Then arms out to the side, tucking the chin, rounding down, reaching as low as you can. Letting the neck and head hang. And every exhale, try to get a little further. Good, and switch. Come up the way you went down. Feet come in, arms down by your side. Good, 1 big deep breath. Cool, and we're gonna do triangle. So, for this, kind of mirror me, so you'll turn to your left. And the left leg is gonna come back. Keep it as straight as you can. You're gonna have a slight bend in. And then this right knee is gonna have a 90-degree bend. Arms out to the side. On the exhale, you're gonna turn your hands and then turn your body so that your right knee is, your right elbow is touching your right knee. Your chin is with your shoulder looking through your left arm towards the ceiling. So we're balancing a bit here. The stretch is gonna come. Try pushing your knee back a bit with your right elbow and twisting back a bit with your left arm and upper body. So that's the equal and opposite stretch in the upper body. Good, and switch. So upper body tilts. We're going to bring the left knee back in, right knee back in, and then we'll go out to the side with the left knee so that it's bent at 90 degrees. Left leg back a bit. Keep it as straight as you can. On the exhale, we're going to tilt upper body. So left elbow now is with the left knee. Chin's with the shoulder, looking through the arm. Or I'm sorry, you guys are opposite. I'm sorry. So your chin is with your left shoulder, looking through the arm towards the ceiling. And trying to pull back with that left arm a bit. Good, and switch. Let's bring feet back into the middle, arms down. Good, take 2 deep breaths and we'll do that again. Good, so let's bring right knee out to the side. Left knee out to the side. See if I can do it this time. Keep a bend in that left knee. Right knee will be as straight as possible, but there's going to be a bend in it. Arms out to the side. On the exhale, rotating hands, rotating up the body. So left elbow is with the left knee, pushing that left knee back a bit. Chin is with the right shoulder looking straight up to the ceiling. Good, and switch. So bring that left knee in, right knee in, and then we're gonna bring the right knee out at a 90-degree angle. Left leg as straight as possible. Rotate upper body down, so right elbows with the right knee. Chin's with the left shoulder looking through the arm towards the ceiling. Good, and release. Bring both legs in cushion. Arms down by the side and take 2 deep breaths. Good job. Okay, forehead to knee now. So, we're going to get let's get your left leg as straight out as you can. You're going to try to kind of face that knee. Arms go overhead in prayer this time, so palms are flat, just crossing thumbs. You're going to tuck the chin, and we're trying to round down to get your forehead to touch your knee. If you can't get down there, and if bending bending your knee gets your forehead to touch the knee, that's fine. Whatever you got to do, I would want your forehead to touch your knee before anything. So compression first, keep the tuck in the chin. All of this is working the thyroid, trying to keep the thyroid healthy. So really keep that chin tucked. And then down here, let's just hold for 2 deep breaths. Good. Now still trying to keep that chin tucked. We're going to go biceps back with you. Come up the way you went down. So once you're up, your chin untucked. Let's bring right foot in. Left foot goes out as straight as you can. Tuck the chin and rounding down forehead to knee. Again, bending that knee as much as you have to get forehead to touch. I want that first. And if you have to, or once you use your hands on your thighs, if that helps you control and get lower, that's good too. The compression is the most important thing on this one. Good. Now biceps back with yours, hands in prayer. Come up the way you went down. Chin and tucks last. Feet to the middle. Arms down by your side. Good job. Take 2 deep breaths. Good job. Okay, let's try to do that one again. So your left leg, get out as straight as you can. Arms overhead. Hands in prayer. Tucking the chin. Rounding down, forehead to knee. Good, and release. Come up the way you went down. Chin untucks left. Left leg in. Right leg out. Tucking the chin. Rounding down, forehead to knee. Come up the way you went down, feet to the front, arms down by your side. Good job. 1 deep breath. Good. And we're going to do tree posture. So let's bring that left foot up to cross over your leg. And then from here, we're just really trying to stretch your left hip. So pull that. You do that by pulling that foot in as much as you can. Hold your right hand under your foot and kind of push that knee a bit to stretch that hip. You should feel the hip stretching. We're just going to hold this for 2 deep breaths. Try to get a little deeper each time. Good job. And release. We're just going to switch. So bring that right foot up. Pull it in as much as you can. Left hand under your foot and stretch that hip. Good. comfortably can. We're going to hold a little longer. See if you can get a little further than where you are right now. Good, and switch. Get right into it, and we'll hold a little longer. Try to get a little further. Good, and release. Take 2 deep breaths. Good job. So, we're going to start with Cobra. So, from here, we're actually going to keep our hands on our knees. Let yourself lower down all the way as far as you can, trying to get to your legs. Now, from here, we're going to work the lower back. So, you do that by looking up as high as you can. You should start to get an arch in your back. And we're going to hold that and try to look as far back as you can. Good, and release that, bend first, then we're going to come up the way you went down. Good, take 2 deep breaths. Cool, same thing, hands on the knees, lower yourself down, nice and easy, getting as low as you can. Once you're down as low as you can, looking up and back as much as you can. Good. Release. Come up the way you went down. Awesome. 2 deep breaths. Good. And then we're going to do locust posture. So this is a bit of a glute strengthening. So you're going to get a grip, your right hand in between your legs. Let's grip the left side of the chair to give yourself stability. And you're going to keep your foot off the ground. Try to keep your legs straight. Then from there, try to pull it back just as much as you can to really feel a squeeze in your glute. And we're going to just hold that for 2 deep breaths. Good, and switch. Remember that. Right leg in, left leg comes out, switch hands. So left hand in between right and left knee. Right hand on the right side of the chair. Left leg stiff and locked. Pulling that leg back as much as you can. Good. Switch. Take a deep breath. Good. Do that one more time. So start with your guys. Start with either leg's fine. So you can start with your left, and then you'll go your right hand in between legs. Left hand on the chair. Left leg stiff and locked. Try to pull that left leg back as much as you can.
Okay, well, that's nice so far. So, that's very helpful. Okay, so it's just inside the, yeah.
Good. Switch. Bring that right leg in. Switch hands. Leg stiff and locked. And pull it back as much as you can. Bring it back to the middle. Let's take 2 deep breaths. Good. So we're going to do one just full body stretch. Legs straight out and wide as much as you can. Arms out wide. And you're just leaning back as much as you can. Good. Release. Bring it back in. Take one big deep breath. Good. We're going to do that again. With legs out and straight. Arms out. In a wide and leaning back as much as you can. Good, and release. Bring it back into the middle, and let's take 2 deep breaths. Good. Wind removing posture. So, again, just like the separate leg stretching, where you're at is fine. So we're gonna start by pulling your knee up, and that's all you're trying to do. You're trying to bring that right knee in towards your right shoulder. So if you're up here, you can interlock your fingers and pull that knee as much as possible. Keep really good posture, shoulders down and back. Good, we're gonna switch. So start by pulling up as much as you can. If you can get to your knee, interlock those fingers. Good posture, shoulders down and back. Pulling that left knee in towards your left shoulder. Good, and release. Then we're gonna lean forward as much as you can. If you can get all the way down, you're trying to wrap your arms around your knees and grip opposite elbow. Yeah, let the neck hang, and we'll hold for 2 deep breaths. Good, and release. We'll come back up. Awesome, we're gonna go through that again. So start with that right knee, pulling up. If you can get to the knee, interlock the fingers. Good posture, pulling the knee in towards the right shoulder. Much as you can, trying to wrap arms around the knees, gripping opposite elbows, let the neck hang, and we're going to hold 2 deep breaths. Good, and come up.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So then we're going to go into bow posture. So I'll show you from the side. We're going to bring both feet back as much as you can. Now, reaching down, you're going to try to get a grip at your feet. If you need to grab up higher, that's fine because we're going to grab both legs. Yep, so even if you're grabbing the knees, that's fine. Yep. What we're going to do is leaning back as much as you can. So we're getting a stretch in the leg, extra stretch by leaning back, and a little bit in the shoulder.
So, yeah, it's supposed to start, whether it'll start or not, that was on Wednesday, so you want to come over here and put it
Good, and release. Bring it to the front. Let's take 2 deep breaths.
across. You're gonna drive over the bottom and I'll follow that over. And we can break that and then check it out.
Good, and let's do the same thing. So bring both
Okay.
feet back as much as you can.
All right.
Get a grip as low as you can on those legs to get a good quad stretch. And then leaning back as much as you can.
I have not gotten that far.
Good, and release. Take a deep breath.
I can make it through.
Good, then we're going to do separate quad stretches. So just to get more of a big stretch in your quad, bring that right knee back, get as low as you can on your leg, and we're just pulling that heel up, trying to get your heel to touch that right butt cheek, and just holding that for 2 deep breaths.
It's got snow all over it and I have to tell them things like that too.
Good, and release. Left foot back. Grabbing as low as you can, pulling the leg up, try to get heel to touch your butt. 2 deep breaths.
That doesn't know. Right.
Good, and deep breath. Good. And then we're going to get tortoise. So legs as straight as you can and in front. Arms overhead, biceps with ears. Interlocking fingers, pointer fingers out. We're tucking the chin and we're rounding down as much as you can. Trying to get your hands to your fingers. Your hands to your toes, and even a little past if possible. We're trying to stretch the shoulders a bit here also. So trying to keep the forehead on the knees while also reaching forward with your hands. Try and get a little further every breath. Good. And switch. Come up the way you went. Chin and tucks last. Arms down by your sides. Awesome. 2 deep breaths. Going through that again. So legs straight out, heels on the ground, arms overhead, biceps with ears, interlocking fingers, pointer finger out, tucking the chin, and rounding down. Forehead to the knee, trying to get hands to feet and pass. Good, and switch. Come up the way you went down. Chin and tucks left, arms down by your side. Awesome. 2 big deep breaths. Camel posture. So this is to really stretch the lower back. So trying to reach and grab as far down on the back legs of the chair as you can. We're going to start leaning back. And as you lean back, try to go back and forth, reaching a little further with those hands to get even more of a stretch with the shoulders. So this time, your whole neck doesn't hang back behind the neck pad, just kind of your head does, because we're trying to get your shoulders down as low as you can. Good, and release. Come up, we'll take a big deep breath. Good, one more time. This will probably stretch your shoulders too, especially if they're tight. So just reaching down, walking them down as much as you can. Stick chest out to get a good stretch in shoulders and lower back. Good, and release. 2 deep breaths. Good. Now we're doing rabbit. So same grip. So we're going to get a grip on the back of the legs of the chair, but now we're going to round forward. So tucking the chin, rounding down, forehead to knee, while keeping really good posture with your shoulders. The good posture and then pulling on the chair is what's really going to help stretch your upper back, your traps, your shoulders. If you want to walk your hands lower, you can to get a little more of a stretch, as long as you keep your forehead on the knees. Good, and release. We're going to round up the way you rounded down. Chin on tuck slats. Good. 2 deep breaths. Yep, and rabbit one more time. So get a grip of the back legs of the chair. Tucking the chin. Rounding down. Forehead to knee. Walking hands down if you want to get more of a stretch. Good, and switch. Round up the way you rounded down. Chin on tuck slats. Good. Take 2 deep breaths. stretching. So both legs, or I'm sorry, let's go just right leg out to the side, left leg. We're gonna go arms overhead, tucking the chin. We're rounding down, trying to get forehead to knee. Trying to grab your toes if you can. If you're not, then wherever you can grab your legs, fine. And try to get down and work down to your toes and knee. Good, round up the way you round in. Bring right leg in, left leg out, tucking the chin, rounding down. Good, and release. Come up the way you went down. Now we're going to put both legs straight out, tucking the chin, rounding down, forehead to knee, trying to grab the toe. Good, release. Come up the way you went down, feet in, arms down by your side. Good, 2 deep breaths. Do that one more time. So right leg goes straight out to the side. Arms overhead. Interlocking fingers. Bicep with you. Tucking the chin. Rounding down. Forehead to knee. Good. And release. Come up the way you went down. Chin up, tuck the legs. Right leg in. Left leg out. Tucking the chin. Rounding down. Forehead to knee. Good. And release. Come up the way you went down. Both legs straight out. Tuck the chin. Rounding down. Forehead to knee. Good, and switch. Come up the way you went down. Chin and foot flat, feet in, arms down by your side. Awesome, we have our final spinal posture. So, I'm going to turn to face the same way as you guys. Okay, so we're twisting everything out here. So, let's bring your left foot underneath your right leg. So, as far as you can is fine. If this is where you're at, that's fine. If you can and want to go a little further, let's try to get that leg up onto the chair. And again, with your legs for this posture, even if right here is where you're at, that's fine. If you want to get further, you can bring that right leg over the right knee, or I'm sorry, over the left knee. We're going to grab the right side of the back of the chair with your left arm. Right arm comes back, and we're just twisting as much as you can. That way. Yeah. Grab it with your left. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Try to look at that clock. See if you can see the time. And then try to go a little further. Try to see the back door. Yeah, we're working that neck, the back. Good, and switch. So, uncross legs, untwist, unpretzel. And then we're going to do the other side. So, now, right foot comes under the left. If you want to bring that up, bring that right foot up to the chair. Left leg over the right knee. Right arm is going to grip that left chair. Left arm, left side of the chair, and we're just pulling and twisting to the left. Now try to look at the clock from this way. Good, and untwist. Good, let's take 2 deep breaths, bring everything back to normal. Good, let's do that one more time. as high as you can. Right leg over the left knee. Right arm can go around the right side of the chair, grabbing the right side of the chair with the left, and pulling and twisting. Good job, good. Good, and release. All right, last one of the day. Right foot comes under the left leg. Up as high as you can. Trying to get the heel, if you're up here, trying to get your heel to touch your left butt cheek. Left leg over the right knee. Left arm around the chair. Grabbing that chair and pull and twist. Good, and release. Untwist. Take 2 more deep breaths. We'll bring everything back to homeostasis. Blood flow back to normal. Breathing back to normal. Good job today. Awesome. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you warmed up a little bit before we go out to the cold. Namaste. Thank you guys.